Hello and welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in. The current administration is pushing for a 44.6% capital gains tax. This would be the steepest tax rate since 1922. I did not make a mistake, since 1922. So just when you thought you might get a little bit of a break, this happens. Biden is looking to increase taxes on investments to 44.6% once Trump tax cuts expire next year in 2025. By the way, a capital gains tax is the tax on profits that are realized on the sale of stocks, bonds, precious metals, real estate, and other types of property. So, for example, if you own a rental and you decide to sell it, if this proposal passes, you will be required to pay more to the government in taxes. You will have a bigger tax liability. I wanted to bring this to your attention because this should be in the news. Media should be covering this and investigating and explaining why this proposal is made and how it would actually benefit the United States population. But it's just crickets. We don't really hear anything about it. Capital gains tax increases are part of the current administration's budget proposal. Many tax breaks expire next year in 2025, and it is more likely than not that they will not be renewed. And individuals and businesses will see tax increases across the board. The budget proposal would increase the capital gains tax rate to try to equalize the taxation of investments and wage income. That would mean capital gains for those earning at least $1 million would be taxed at a base rate of 39.6%, which is up from 20%. Initially, investments had a lower tax rate because the government tried to encourage those who can invest their money back into the economy and therefore increase economic activity. While we may not exactly care what tax rate earnings over $1 million are subjected to, we should keep in mind that this won't happen in a vacuum and it will impact our economy in a negative way, as the government would be entitled to collect a bigger share, a bigger portion of everyone's earnings. Remember that when corporations and businesses have to pay higher taxes, what they do is actually pass those additional costs to consumers. So they will never take a loss. They will pass additional costs to consumers, even if it is an increase in taxes that they have to pay. Biden is proposing to increase the 3.8% Medicare tax to 5% for those earning at least $400,000 to try to shore up the program's trust fund. This would mean of course, some taxpayers would pay a 44.6% federal tax rate on investment income and other types of earnings. The proposal also called for taxing assets when an owner dies, ending a benefit that allowed the unrealized appreciation to go untaxed when transferred to an heir. Biden is also proposing to raise the top personal income tax rate to 39.6% from 37% for those making more than $400,000. The budget proposal would eliminate completely a tax break known as like-kind exchanges that allows taxpayers to avoid paying taxes on proceeds of a property sale if they turn around and reinvest those proceeds into real estate within a specified time period. There is one proposed area that would actually see more preferential treatment. Biden would expand the child tax credit to $3,600 for children under 6 years and $3,000 for older children, up from $2,000. And this would, of course, make child tax credit revert back to what they had back in 2021. The plan would also expand the earned income tax credit, which is a benefit for low-income workers, for individuals who do not have children.
Look, folks, my predecessor and his MAGA allies have a very different view. He promised infrastructure week, every week for 4 years, and never built a damn thing. In fact, now these same Republicans, they want, and this is not your father's Republican Party, this is a different breed of cat. these MAGA Republicans. Now they want to repeal the climate law that would gut all those new jobs and industries we're creating here in America. My predecessor rolled back protection for American workers. He opposed increases in federal minimum wage, and he was proud, very proud of his $2 trillion tax cut when he was president that overwhelmingly benefited the wealthy and created the biggest corporations and exploded the federal debt. I cut the federal deficit. He exploded it. By the way, there's no exaggeration here. It's going to expire. And if I'm reelected, it's going to stay expired. Look.
Democrats are going to fight tooth and nail all the way, not only to prevent their extreme plan from being in place, but actually to implement our own plan, which continues to lower healthcare costs for seniors and for all Americans. Our budget proposal, and what the president spoke about at the State of the Union, is to provide Medicare with the funding necessary to keep operating by making the wealthiest pay more of their fair share in taxes, by stopping price gouging from big pharma, and by further lowering the out-of-pocket costs for all Americans, ensuring that no senior is going to go broke just for paying for the health care that they need. We would expand Medicare. This is something I'm very proud of all Democrats for putting in Build Back Better last year, that we would want to expand Medicare to include dental, vision, and hearing. Why is it that when you become old, suddenly your eyes and your ears and your mouth don't matter? They do. They are critically important. And we can do that and expand Medicare, something that more than 90% of Americans support. We have a lot of work to do. The president spoke about lowering prescription drug prices, continuing the work we did, that we started, moving from just 10 drugs to 50 drugs. These are all the things that are about caring about Americans being able to afford the healthcare costs they need, about seniors being able to afford the healthcare costs they need. There is a very clear contrast. People say that the budget is a statement of our values. Well, here it is. Democrats care about the American people. We are ready to put people over politics, take on the big special interests, lower costs for Americans.
So I hope that this quick update was helpful. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, you might also enjoy another one I've uploaded on the biggest IRS tax audit red flags. You will find it linked below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you back here soon. Bye for now.